This is a follow-up on my previous video about Jaldaboath Expert difficulty. Master difficulty still uses the same mechanics but with some small differences. Master difficulty is a two-phase fight also, but unlike Expert where you fought Fallen Gabriel then Jaldaboath, in Master you fight Jaldaboath in both phases but with a team change in the second phase. It starts off the same as Expert where he will spawn a bunch of goblins that you must kill off quickly. During that time he will do his normal attacks which consist of a green geyser that will lock onto a player, 3 green orbs that will explode on contact, and a large green laser that can be dodged, all while teleporting to random areas of the arena. After that he will use Declaration of Despair which will inflict nihility. After that he will spawn more goblins, then summon Void Agni which all must be dealt with quickly. The best way to deal with this is to use skills that cover a large area or transforming into a dragon. He will summon another Void Agni after it's killed, so just like with Expert difficulty destroy his tome so that he won't summon them anymore. After you destroy his tome he will spawn 2 circles which will spawn goblins just like in Expert, so destroy these quickly. During this time he will use Sacrificial Ceremony which created 4 orbs in different areas around him which must be destroyed, as any still around when timer drops to 0 will buff Jaldaboath based on the number of orbs still around. After that he will do his basic attacks until you drop him to half health, which will begin phase 2. Phase 2 is similar to phase 1 with small differences, beginning with him switching from wind to water and your team switching from fire to wind. He will immediately spawn a Void Needhawk, then a bunch of goblins which again must be killed off very quickly. He will do his basic attacks which are all the same but blue, with the exception being his laser that has been upgraded into 2 lasers that shoot out in the shape of an X which he can teleport and fire it anywhere, but these can be dodged. The same strategy applies here where you must either use large AoE skills or transform into a dragon to kill all the mobs, then focus on destroying his tome. And just like phase 1, after you destroy his tome he will summon circles that will spawn goblins, so take them out quickly. And then he will use Declaration of Despair to inflict nihility. From here he will spawn more goblins, then use Amplification Anthem which will create 4 orbs which must be destroyed, if not they will buff Jaldaboath for each orb not destroyed. From here he will do his basic attacks and then use Sacrificial Ceremony which works the same as it does in phase 1, so destroy them quickly. After this he will rotate between normal attacks and either Amplification Anthem of Sacrificial Ceremony, and his orbs have been upgraded to fire 5 orbs instead of 3. From here it's just a matter of playing this yourself and mastering it. Now for viable units. I've already gone over the viable fire units in my expert guide, so here I will be going over the wind units. For swords you can use either Gala Ranzel with his Spiral, Mona or Lee. Sadly no blade units are being used. For axes you can use either Kimono Luca, Valentine's Melody, or Linyu. For daggers Gala Knot is very useful and is a great pick with her damage and dispels. Just like blades no lance units are being used as far as I'm aware. For bow units you can use Louise, Humanoid Midgard Storm, Min or Eleonora. For wands you can use either Maribel or Miriam. And for healers you can use Formal Noel, but low and still reigns supreme. And you can use Formal Joachim if you want. This fight is easier than Lilith, mostly because of the characters that are viable, but also because a lot of the situations where you can die can be solved by using your skills or transforming into a dragon. Hopefully this helps someone get their first clear. Thanks for watching. Sub if you liked what you saw.